morning internet, it is Sunday. That means it is time for this week's Plan With Me video. I feel like I haven't filmed one in a little while because last week I actually did a study with me instead just to change it up a little bit, but I'm back to doing Plan With Me's and I'm glad because I can update you guys on a few things I said in my last couple videos. But before I do that, I'm going to show you the kit I'll be using today. It is this one, and you would have seen it in one of my Australian Etsy sticker hauls. This is from Labeled with Love Co. And the reason I wanted to use this particular kit is because it is spring, I guess, officially now. I don't drink alcohol, but I love the concept of mojitos. So if I ever do go to a bar and I want to get like a nice mocktail, I'll usually just get like a virgin mojito instead, which is really just lemonade and mint if I was honest. But yeah, so can't wait to use this kit. So this is the week we'll be planning in. I'm so excited that spring is finally here, and then before you know it, summer will be here, and really what I'm looking more forward to is just having the weather warm up, because I feel like the last few weeks, few months, I can't even remember, have been insanely cold for my standards. Like cold, wet, rainy, windy, just miserable. I'm really looking forward to some t-shirt weather. So I'll probably do the bottom strips first. I'll do the date covers. I will probably do the activity boxes as well, because I always forget to do that until I start on Monday, and I will be right back. So I'm back. I'm gonna put down a half box to mark down my Japanese lessons, which are going really well. I've actually renewed them for another term, so I think it's pretty much gonna be a permanent thing for quite a while. Just trying to think, what do I have on next week? Okay, alright, I'm just gonna do a little bit of whiting out. Okay, so the last video I had, I was talking about my, just trying to understand which way it goes. So the last video I did, I was actually talking about one of my cats. Oh no, this is really frustrating. I'm trying to pull out one of the full boxes, but I have a feeling the kit wasn't cut all the way through, so it's gonna rip. It's already kind of ripping. I'm just gonna try and help it along. Ugh. I never really know the best thing to do when this happens, and I feel like I end up destroying the sticker if I'm not careful. Okay, there we go. Got it. Awesome. Yeah. So the last video the last Plan With Me I filmed, I was talking about one of the cats outside, who is currently doing really well now. It was a while ago now, but I mentioned that she wasn't doing very well. She seemed very lethargic, and then I noticed that she actually had a big wound in her back, which freaked me out. So I did take her to a vet that very same day. We managed to get an appointment. We took her in, and the vet basically said that it was likely she was injured somehow, most likely another cat bite, but it could have just been anything that wounded her back, and that would have happened a few days ago, and then over time it got infected, and then he said that the skin just eventually fell off. It needed to alleviate all the pressure from all the buildup inside, and he said that she probably is feeling a lot better, that she was probably feeling kind of miserable the few days before. And when he said that, that made me really think, and I was like, actually he might have a point, because I do remember the few days before she was much more, yeah, like lethargic. She more just wanted to spend time sleeping. She didn't seem as, she's skittish, but she's also very active, and she like would run off. She's not a cat that likes to be touched very much because she is quite still stray in her mind. So she doesn't want you to really reach out to her, and she'd always be moving about. But this time she was like in bed the whole time and didn't want to move. So I didn't really think much of it until the vet said that she probably was feeling pretty crappy the whole time. So I was like, oh, that explains a lot. And then I felt kind of bad for her. But essentially, he said that the wound was big, but it wasn't big enough that he didn't think she would need stitches. He actually would have preferred, which is what we did in the end, is to just leave her alone and see if it would heal up on its own. So he gave her some antibiotics because it was infected. Basically let her heal up on her own. It's been about 2 weeks now since that last happened. So by the time you see this, yeah, about 2 weeks. She's doing so much better. She is putting on weight. She's back to her normal self. She's just happy as can be. And I am so, so happy now to see her back to normal. So she has been going back once a week just for the doctor to check her wound, just to make sure there's like nothing too major happening there. But for the most part, she seems to be doing really well, healing up really nicely. I'm just really glad that we caught it and that she was able to get some antibiotics in her system, and she seems to be doing a lot better. So yeah, that makes me so happy. And I know a lot of you were concerned when you did watch the video, so thank you so much for all your concerns and your suggestions. She seems to be on the road to recovery, and yeah, I'm just really happy now. As you can tell, I'm like a lot less stressed today. I'm feeling pretty happy. I'm just taking this coffee sticker from Love Cloud Creative. Can't speak today. I'm gonna put down a full box here. I think I'll use this one. And then oh wow, I didn't know it was so like for like. Put this here. I'm gonna put down a to-do list just under that. And then I probably need like a half box or something just to join it up. Okay, so now we are on to Wednesday. I'm looking at my digital calendar and I can definitely see that I personally don't have a ton of things on, but Tobias is pretty much out for dinner for the majority of next week. So that definitely can mean multiple things, because sometimes if he's out very late, then I will just go home first, because we do go to work together. We don't work at the same place, but we just commute in together. And so if, oh my goodness, there we go. But I know that if he is going to be out very late and I've got a lot of stuff to do, then I will just go home first. Other times, if I think he won't be out that late, then usually I'll wait around in the city for him, and then we'll eventually go back home together. But usually if we do it on those nights, then the nights that I'm out mean that I am not as productive, so I can't get a lot of stuff done, because by the time we actually do come home, it's quite late, and so I can't do a lot. Okay, so I've just put that down. Yeah, so I'm not really sure how productive I'm going to be this coming week. Maybe the trick to this is to not be as gentle as I've been and just be a little bit more, just rip stuff up faster. Maybe that's the trick. Put this here. Oh no, now I can tell I've put that down crooked. Okay, let's just move along because it's going to be a lot of effort to try and uncrookify it. I'm going to take this full box and put it right here. And then I'm going to put a half box at the bottom. I did think though that I could probably spend some time doing my Japanese studies, because that's something I've been really slack on recently. Okay, cool. Now we're on to Thursday. Thursday, Tobias is still out for dinner, but that's a work event, so I probably will come home early on Thursday, because I feel like with work events, at least in my experience, they can go for a little while. You definitely don't want to feel rushed when you're at a work event if you have a spouse waiting for you, so I don't want that pressure on him. So I think I probably will just go home, which means I can actually do a lot of stuff that makes me happy as well. And I haven't white anything out. Alright, I'm just going to quickly white everything down. I'll put this down. Oh, this just reminded me, I actually need to make sure that I re-contact Erin Condren. So you guys know that when I did the haul a little while back and then the paper ripped, and I thought that was, well, I didn't think it was normal, but I didn't read into it too much because I just assumed that, oh, you know, it's probably the way it's supposed to be to some degree, even though I wouldn't have liked to have bought a notebook that ripped apart the minute you open it. But I don't know, I thought that was maybe was intention to some degree, so I didn't think too much. But a lot of you guys left comments about how I should reach out to Erin Condren and they'd gladly help me out. Well, I did. First time round, I did reach out to them and I never got a response. I waited about 1.5 weeks or so and they didn't reply to me, so I just basically resent the same message just asking, hey, did you get my first one, what's going on? And then they got that one, I guess, and were very apologetic. And basically they just wanted to see some evidence of the notebooks. Oh man, I don't want to cover this one up. It actually looks really nice. I might just leave this for now. It'd be really cool if they had like a quarter box or something that I could put there instead. But I might grab it from another kit. I will leave that and move on to Friday, which is the Hobonichi Tetra release. So excited. So I'll put this down here instead. Put this down for hot chocolate. Put this right here. Some sweet kawaii designs, and that's from Carolina's Craft. I can't even remember what I was just saying about the Erin Condren planner. So, and yeah, they were very apologetic and they just said, can I send in some evidence to show? So I was like half tempted to just send them the video and say, can you just watch from this minute to this minute? But I think what I'll do is I'll take some screenshots from that video and then I will actually still link them to the video just so they can see it in motion, because sometimes it's just easier to see a problem in a video format. Alright, we are onto the weekend, and I want to take up this section to do my weekend banner, because the weekend banner for this kit is kind of like this straight piece here. So I need to get some washi tape down, so I'll be right back. I am in luck. I don't know if you guys remember my IKEA haul, but I bought this washi tape from IKEA and I think the color fits this kit perfectly, and because this washi tape is itself on the thicker side, I only need to apply it down once. So I'm gonna, it's a lot lighter when it's not like layered. Alright, so I'm gonna overlap it just a little bit because I can cut the edges. And then this side I might just hopefully oh, not deep enough. That's okay because it's still ripping up. There we go. And I'm gonna put it right in the center. Perfect. Weekend banner is down. Now I can move on to the rest. So Saturday I actually have some friends coming over. We are going to be doing a little bit of a brainstorming session. Because I work in IT, I know a lot of people who love to build stuff and have to sort of design their own applications and software. It's kind of just like side passion projects that people have. And so I think a few of us are getting together to just play around and see what ideas that can be come up with. So I've got that on Saturday. I'm gonna put down a to-do list. Weekends definitely need to-do lists. Yeah. And I think I'll put down a to-do list. Actually, I need to put down a half box first for Sunday to remind me to wash my brushes. And then I'm gonna put down a to-do list, which will be light blue. Just here. Sorry if I cut off, this is really bad. I am thinking about ways I can film these videos and still see the screens when I'm looking down at my planner, and I'm thinking of almost having like just another screen maybe on this side that kind of projects what the camera is filming, so I can actually see it all the time, because I am looking down, so if I had a screen down here I could see it as well. And I think that would just make it a lot easier, because I know some of you guys, and me too, get a little frustrated when I'm talking and it's out of shot and then you can't see what I'm actually doing. That's not fun at all. So I think I will look into doing that a little bit more urgently now that I know that seems to be an ongoing issue. I'm going to move right along to the sidebar, which I will flip up first. I always do the sidebar upside down. And I'm going to put down this quote box. Enjoy the little things. There we go, pretty straight-ish. And then I'm going to put down, treat this as a hydration sticker. Put this down as a habit tracker. Actually, I'm going to put down 2 habit trackers for this side. And then I'm going to use this as my step counter. And then there's a little bit of space down at the bottom, so I think we could put some like of these colored strips. There we go. Perfect. Cool. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually not going to turn the camera off this part. I'm going to fill out the planner, put down any other stickers I need to do, but I'm going to keep the camera rolling and just speed up this next part. Sometimes I like to turn the camera off, other times I like to leave it on and speed it up. I don't know. Just depends on my mood, I guess. So I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. So I'm back and this is the entire spread. I really love how the colors turned out. It looks really fresh and spring-like, and now I really want to go get some lemonade. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. This is Celina reporting from my room. Back to you, internet.